Am I the asshole for leaving my husband for a Christmas trip to Hawaii with our kids? Every year my family spends our Christmas in Hawaii. We've done it every year since I can remember, and it's a fun family tradition for me. After me and my husband had kids, we had to reorganize our family Christmas plans because his parents wanted to see our kids for Christmas, so we decided that we would celebrate Christmas with his parents on New Year's and go to Hawaii for actual Christmas. This is the system that worked for us until last year. Last year his dad passed away around this time of the year, and it hit him and his mom hard. For obvious reasons we didn't go to Hawaii. This year we planned out what we'd do for the holidays early. We'd do Thanksgiving with his mom, and we'd do Christmas in Hawaii since me and the kids missed out last year. Things were going well until right before our flight. About a week out, he said he was unsure. He said that he thinks it might be better that we stay. He said he really wanted to spend Christmas with his family and felt like his mom really needed it. I was unhappy about this. We made a plan. We saw her last month, and we already had my dad buy our tickets and hotel, so it would be incredibly unfair to me, him and our kids for us to not go just for his mom, who we'd see a few days after we got back anyways. We got into an argument about it and proposed that me and the kids can go to Hawaii and he can stay there with his mom. He decided to do this, but he was very clearly upset that I wasn't going to forego my family's Christmas tradition and seeing my family just for his mom. So now I'm in Hawaii watching and wrangling the kids by myself. While he's home alone, he have said texted me or responded to me much. When I call him he only talks for about 3 minutes before wanting to get off the phone with me and talk to the girls. Am I the asshole? I think not the asshole, because you stayed home the first year after his dad passed away and you had agreed to the Thanksgiving, Christmas arrangement for this year. He changed his mind after all the arrangements were made. However, I think you and your husband need to talk about this more. Where are he and his mom in their grieving processes? How does he envision things working in future years? Does he want every Christmas with his mom now? Does he want to do alternate Christmases? Or is this year just particularly hard for both of them? Also, is there an option to have your Mill join you in Hawaii since she's on her own? Am I the asshole for refusing to help new coworkers while helping old ones? I hesitated for a couple of days on whether I should post or not, since I know that a few coworkers are active on this community. They were the ones who showed it to me. So I will be very vague. Sorry. Have been working in this company for a number of years. I am not Christian, nor am I American. That is to say that I do not mind working on Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter or the 4th of July. On the other hand, I come from a religion that has 3 major holidays, and those I prefer to not work on. When I first started working here we came to an arrangement. I would handle the office work during their holidays, but since I can't do it all on my own, they will have to still do some stuff from home. But at least they will not have to come to the office. BTW, there are 5 people in my team. In exchange they handle all my work for me during my holidays. Our managers were okay with this arrangement, and they would turn a blind eye to some of us not coming to the office for days on end. For Christmas I would usually take on their work from the 20th to the 28th. Fast forward to earlier this year, 2 of my older coworkers retired, but they trained their replacements before leaving. They brought up the deal with them and they seemed on board. When it was time for the first religious holiday that I was going to be off on, they refused to do their share of my work. After some back and forth, they say that it isn't fair that I get to do absolutely no work during my time off, while they will still have to work from home when it comes to their holidays. We tried to explain that it is easier for 4 people to cover a single person's work, while it is impossible for a single person to take on 5 people's work. They still said it wasn't fair. I tried talking with my manager, but he said he couldn't do anything, since this was a very informal arrangement, and he couldn't force them to participate. That was fair, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't frustrated. Thankfully the other 2 team members said that they are capable of doing the work, and that was that. Last week, I was arranging with my 2 teammates on how to manage the workload for their week off for Christmas. Since it was the work of 2 people, I told them I could swing it without bothering them for the whole week. The new coworkers overheard and were like, 2 people? What about us? I told them straight away that I will not be taking on any of their work, that they did not help me for the last 3 holidays, and I was not helping them now. I also asked why they were surprised, considering I did not do any of their work previously. All they could come up with was, "But this is Christmas." They went to our manager, and he told them exactly what he told me. Now they are angry. Apparently they promised their families a week of free time. and one of them even booked tickets to spend Christmas with his family in another state. So am I the asshole? Clearly not the asshole. They reneged on the deal first, so it seems like you are just following through on what they wanted. Maybe they will rethink things next year and realize that the deal was incredibly generous. Not the asshole. Can't believe they were surprised. Treat people how you want other to treat you is a fairly fundamental truism. You did, they were hoping for a free ride when it suited them without helping out at all. Not the asshole. They didn't like the arrangement and chose to jump out. Fair. Dunno why they expect you to uphold your part of the bargain really. Fellow non-Christmas person, we commies exchange gifts on New Year Eve. And this is exactly the reason why I stopped taking Christmas deals. Just too much drama. You are absolutely not the asshole. The entitlement of these people is galling. I'm thrilled your boss is on your side. Am I the asshole for putting a camera in my room and changing out the locks? I, 20F, rent a one-bedroom room in a two-story house. My landlord, 65F, and her daughter, 45F, are my other two roommates. These last couple of weeks, I've been noticing my stuff being moved around and my computer having a couple of minor dents in it which I found strange. I thought of all the possible scenarios and decided to put a camera inside my room to see what was going on. Well, on the first day it was set up, I got a motion detection and wouldn't you know it, it was my landlord's daughter snooping in my room and stabbing my MacBook with a butter knife. None of the rooms have locks on them. While no one was home, I changed my doorknob with one that needs a key. My landlord was quick to point out the new knob and demanded I either give her the key or get rid of the lock. I explained to her that her daughter was snooping in my room and was destroying my property. She then told me to throw away the camera even though it's inside my room. So am I the asshole for not removing the lock or getting rid of the camera? Not the asshole. Might want to find a new place to live. These people are clearly not trustworthy roommates. Not the asshole. GTFO of that place and make it clear that they have zero right to your property and you will call the police if anything else happens. Unless you have a lease that has some kind of clause about installing stuff like cameras, there's not much they can do. They clearly want it gone so they can snoop, steal, and vandalize your property. Am I the asshole for using the desk of a car salesman to work at a dealership? I am at a Lexus car dealership where I am waiting for my car to get serviced. While I am out there I had to work and I didn't have a desk where I could work. I end up using an empty desk that belongs to a car salesman. He shows up after 30–45 minutes of me using his desk and tries to intimidate me in front of everyone, asking me how I would feel if he used my office. At first I said I am sorry and was leaving, but he kept asking me the same question as to how I would feel if he came into my office and started to work. First of all, it's a car dealership and I am waiting for my car. I didn't walk into the dealership and solicit his desk without any business. Secondly, I was going to go when he asked me to leave, but he wanted to create a scene in front of everyone. I felt embarrassed but didn't know if what I did was rude like he had interpreted. You are the asshole, dude's got a point. Maybe he took it too far, but it's his desk where he works. Just because he wasn't there didn't give you the right to use it. If you have to work while your car is being serviced, Uber, Lyft back home, to the office, or ask someone where you could set up. You are the asshole. You invaded what has been deemed his personal space at the dealership. He most likely has private information, things with his desk that's none of your business to be around. Overall very entitled behavior. Next time ask if there is a place you can sit quietly or have your laptop on your lap like any other person. You are the asshole. How would you feel? In the very least, you could just ask, hey, is there a place I could just sit and get some work done? Info. Did you ask anyone before sitting at his desk?